We got fired last Friday. Everybody get fired here, 32 people, janitors and handymen. So that's why we're fighting, because this is our job, nobody else.
So they're putting non-union, and they $10 an hour. How do you live on $10 an hour?
I don't know how they live in $10, so that's the big problem we have. I think we're gonna fight until the end, and because this place I work for 22 years, people work for 30 years. My guys, they work for 14 years, and a lot of people, they don't have no jobs.
Okay, thanks. Oscar Ortiz? Oscar Ortiz? Yes. Thank you. Hey, give me 1 second.
And they hiring some people for $10 with no union because I talked to somebody over there, and they still hiding in the main office in Holloway over there. So that's the deal. That's why we're here picking right now.
What about the other unions?
The union, they just support right now. They don't work today. The painters, the plumbers, and the gardeners. Even the carpenters, they went home. The garbage guy, he don't take the garbage. He leave too. So that means everybody's supporting, the strike.
So you think it's to get rid of union people, to bring in low-paid people?
That's what they do. Because that's a new company, so they do. They try to get pay lower rates and everything. So I don't think it's fair, for everybody. Especially people got for a long time here, We've been making a lot of money for the people, and they charge a lot of money for the rent. We already know the place being full all the time. They making a lot of money. Yeah. So that's the deal,
So what union?
That's 1877.
Okay. So what can you ask people to do? What should people do to support you?
They don't cross the line because they say they're gonna be the next, maybe any trade's gonna be the next, like painters, plumbers, or gardeners.
They'll get rid of them too.
Yeah, that's why they supporting us. Yeah, can go to everybody, and they can be no union. Thanks, man.
Okay, thanks. Oscar Ortiz? Oscar Ortiz? Yes. Thank you. Hey, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm with KPFA Radio.
You're on private property, please
I just
leave.
wanted to find
You're
out
on
what's
private
going on
property,
here.
sir.
The
You're on
workers
private
there
property.
said that you fired them. You're legally required to hold them up. Is that true? Is it true that you violated the contract?
We're going straight today. I'm Pong. Yeah, be on the handyman here. I work handyman here.
How long have you worked here?
27.
Long
So,
time.
but we still do our job, right? That's why we are going on strike today. Hire another company.
And aren't they supposed to allow you to continue your jobs with the new contractor?
You have to talk to them.
Okay. And why do you think they did this?
I have no idea.
What kind of work? You
They're trying to save money, right?
try to say,
It's no good.
but they're making a lot of money here.
Yeah, they do.
The rents are pretty high.
Yeah. They can afford it,
My name's Colin O'Leary. I'm the union rep for SEIU USWW. And what's happening is our folks here are members of the union. They've been here for decades. It's been union here for decades. And today a new contractor's coming in non-union with a bunch of new workers. They're down in the bottom of this building right here, signing a bunch of new people up for work. Just like that, one day to the next. They gave us fair warning, which is fine, but all we ask is for our own workers to be retained, which is the law under SB 20 in California. State Bill 20 says that maintenance workers must be retained for 60 days if there's a change of contractor, like what's happening now. They haven't offered work to any of our people. We also want to maintain the same standards here, despite the change of contractor. We believe it's the same standard. We don't care who the contractor is, just as long as they sign our contract with the union, and there's been no gesture to do that either. So there was a separation agreement with a prior contractor. It's something that that it was a deal with the prior contractor, something that they offered to us, and we had to take it or leave it, basically. So by virtue of that, then they're saying that there's no longer union here, there's no longer working standards here, and all the people who've been here for this long just don't matter anymore.
So do you think it's basically to get rid of the union, to go non-union?
I can't tell.
$10 an hour?
It's what's happening now. Yeah, it's what's
How much
happening
are they
now.
paying these new
I have no
workers?
idea, and they're going to be too afraid to talk to us at this point. You know, they're getting paid a lot less than they should be. I would presume. You know,
what does a
I
union
probably
janitor
shouldn't.
make?
What's that?
What's a union janitor make?
Here they make 22. The handymen make about 24. It varies for different people. So it's and they get full health insurance. They have a pension. They have holidays. They have seniority. They have everything that a union contract has. The other trades are supporting us. They're union through and through at Park Merced.
So the painters,
Plumbers, yeah.
engineers, so they're
cement
all not
layers.
crossing the picket line today?
Today we are not asking for a strike. We're not calling for. We're not evoking a sanctioned strike. We're doing an informational picket in order to inform the public of what's going on.
And will you be going for a strike?
If we have to, yes. Now other units have decided to honor our picket and not cross the line today, which we definitely appreciate from these brothers and sisters.
You're afraid it'll happen to them?
Basically, if they've done it to us, it seems like they could do it to anyone. There's a state law in California. There's a law that if you change a maintenance contractor, you have to offer work under certain conditions which apply here. You have to offer work to the previous employees and retain them for 60 days. It's called SB 20.
And that wasn't done?
No, nothing yet. Well, we showed up today to work, and they didn't put us to work, so we're picketing.
Okay.
My name is Isla, I-L-A. I'm a very strong union supporter, a very strong labor supporter. I've lived in this complex since '92, and there are people who've been here longer than me, and this place has always been union. My opinion is that this is probably, and that's why I want to talk to them and get more information and talk from asking and knowing that this is probably step one and that we're going to see the unions fall one after the other in this complex, and I think it's reprehensible.
They're not making enough profits, you say.
You know what? Fine. Close us and throw us all out. They're throwing most of us into a different lifestyle in a moment anyway, because they're going to a 20-year plan to tear down all but a handful of these small buildings. I'm in one of them, and move us in blocks like cattle. We're being moved from area to area like cattle because that's what's cost effective, and they're going to almost 5 times the capacity of the current complex, which is already second largest this side of the Mississippi, and they need it to go to mid and high rise to 4 to 5 times the capacity. It's already 3,200 units. That's sheer greed. They are going to be ripping up this entire mini ecosystem and replanting to suit their new footprint plans. And myself, I think it's wrong.
And you think that's the profit is what's driving this? They want to make more money?
Of course. I don't think there's profit is driving it, and with the union thing, and I could be wrong, but something that I've thought, even with the other changes, they've been getting all of the variances put in place for the building plan, and now they're trying to get the unions out. I think when they get all their ducks in a row, they're much more saleable. What's happening here is, it's a microcosm, and it's what's happening. It's what's happening at the Mission Monster. It's what's been happening in big cities across the country, and it is gentrification uber alles. And I have been among the numbers that are the gentry. I am no longer by choice, and I can only tell you that this is really, Brooklyn fell to this. City of Brooklyn was changed completely, and everybody ended up out.
So you're saying that they're going to kick off the working people, the regular people?
Well, they're not kicking them out in a way that they can't get away with. But yes, they're going to be building, and they're going to be building high end, and anything that they're renting, all the new stuff, except what they have to move us into for lack of choice. Well, they'll say it's for choice. It was the only way they could get the supervisors in the city to support them.
Are you going to stay under rent control?
We are told that we will be as if on rent control as long as we are in the complex, and we are told that they have been expected to commit to keeping our number of units at low income once we're gone.
Is that in writing?
I'm going to that meeting later this week, a week or so from now. Some of it is and some of it isn't, but frankly, I think a good deal of it, even if it's a good deal of this, even if it's in writing, is going to be all bets are off if there's a new owner. So that they're making all these agreements with this owner doesn't mean that when this owner sells this property, they're not going to have to renegotiate it all and will be SOL.
Okay, thank you.
That's my opinion.
What's your name again?
Isla.
Can you talk about what's going on out here? Does anyone want to talk about what's happening?
The contractor with whom we have a contract now, it is not Park Merced, the ownership, it is with another contractor. That contractor, who is now left, said that they were thinking about getting out of the business of janitorial. They said it very clearly in negotiations. That was about 1.5 years ago, I believe, and they evoked that, and that's their prerogative to do. We've changed contractors here many times.
Why is it that the plumbers and the painters, apparently, according to PJ Johnson, are employed directly by Park Merced?
I'm not sure. That's their prerogative. With us, they have. There's always been a contractor here. We've changed contractors many times. My tenure here has been about 10 years now, and we've been through probably 4 contractors. They always sign the union contract, and it's fine. You know, we don't, like I said, we don't mind who is writing our checks for us. We will work for the people who live here. That's what we do. So. You know, by virtue of changing a contractor, we've never had any problems like this. This is the first time that they've just like outright released everybody.
So you were surprised that they...
Yeah, actually, I was, because we've had a good faith relationship, no union busting, nothing like that going on here ever. And so I'm a little shocked right now, to be honest, that this is what's going on.
Here for 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to
We had the same 6 years with him.